Naito turned the dial up to 11 with epic title matches, shocking returns, and emotional moments that left everyone speechless. The first match was the Women's World Championship triple threat match between Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. This was pure chaos from the opening bell. Naomi tried to play it smart by getting out of the ring and letting Ripley and Sky beat each other up, but the two challenges weren't having it. They cornered the champion and made her pay for trying to be clever. Matches back and forth with all three women having their moments to shine. Ripley looked dominant with her power moves, hitting riptides on both opponents, while Sky showcased her high-flying offense with incredible athleticism. But when it mattered the most, Naomi showed up why she is the champion. Because as Ripley was about to finish Sky with another riptide, Naomi broke up the pin at the last second and rolled up Ripley from behind to steal the victory and retain her Women's World Championship. This was a great match and I would rate it 3.5 stars. Next up was the biggest TLC match in WWE history, a 6-pack ladder match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. The Wyatt Six defended their titles against the Street Profits, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Axiom, Andrade and Rey Fenix in an absolute mayhem. This was 25 years to the day since the first TLC match at SummerSlam 2000 and these teams paid perfect tribute to that legacy. The spots were absolutely insane. Dominik put Joe Gacy through a table with a springboard DDT. Dexter Lumis destroyed Montez Ford with a top rope leg drop through a table. And Rey Fenix, he hit an incredible frog splash, putting Nathan Fraser through another table. But the most jaw-dropping moment saw DIY fly off a ladder with 4 stacked tables in a homage to the Hardy Boys and Dudley Boys from WrestleMania X7. After interferences from Uncle Howdy, Eric Rowan and the entire Wyatt Six family, Joe Gacy finally climbed the ladder and grabbed the titles to retain the championship. The Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys were shown in the crowd watching this incredible tribute to their legacy. I would rate this match good 4.5 stars. The third match was Becky Lynch defending her Women's Intercontinental Championship against Lyra Valkyria in a no disqualification last chance match. The stipulation was that if Lyra were to lose against Becky this time, then she was not able to challenge her till Becky's reign ended. So this was very personal for Lyra. These two Irish superstars beat the hell out of each other with weapons everywhere. Lynch went full hardcore, even zip-tying Valkyria's hands behind her back at one point, showing just how desperate she was to keep her title. But Lyra showed incredible heart, using a fire extinguisher to blind Lynch and eventually breaking free from the zip ties. The finish was controversial though, because Bayley ran in to save Valkyria from Lynch's crowbar attack, but accidentally hit Valkyria with a steel chain while Lynch ducked. This allowed Lynch to hit the manhandle slam and retain her championship. But this sets up a potential feud between Valkyria and Bayley, as the role model's interference cost Valkyria a last chance at the title. This was a good 4-star classic. The next match on the card was Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match for the United States Championship. It was a family warfare. This was all about Solo proving that he deserved to be the new tribal chief, while Jacob wanted revenge for being kicked out of the family. The match was brutal, with both Samoans throwing everything they have at each other inside the steel structure. Jacob dominated most of the match, bouncing Solo off the cage with multiple times, showing why he's called the Samoan werewolf. But when Jacob had the chance to escape and win the match, his personal vendetta against Solo cost him the title. Instead of walking out, he went back to punish Solo more, and that's when the numbers game caught up to him. The whole of the MFT, Talatonga, Tangaloa and JC Mateo all interfered, with Jimmy Uso trying to help Jacob but only ultimately getting overwhelmed. They even handcuffed Jacob to the cage as Solo escaped through the door to retain his US Championship. This match was a solid 3.5 star. Next up on the card, Dominik Mysterio was AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. It was the pure Eddie Guerrero match. 20 years after the legendary custody ladder match between Eddie and Rey, this match was the perfect tribute. AJ Styles made his entrance in an Eddie Guerrero style lowrider and wore gear that perfectly honored Latino heat. Both men pulled classic Eddie spots throughout the match. The highlight was when Dominik hit with a steel chair on the mat and fell down to make it look like Styles hit him. But AJ countered by putting the chair around his own head and falling down too. The referee was completely confused by this double Eddie tribute. The finish was pure Guerrero genius, and Styles had Dominik in the calf crusher. Dom's boot came off just like Eddie's did against Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 20. Dominik used the loose boot Rhodes as a weapon to nail Styles in the head, then hit the frog splash to retain his championship. Even Rey Mysterio praised both men on social media for honoring Rey's memories. This was a good 4-star classic, and it was time for the biggest daddy of them all, the main event of the first ever two-night SummerSlam. It was time for John Cena vs Cody Rhodes in a street fight for the Undisputed WWE Championship. This was nothing short of an absolute war. It was like Superman fighting Superman. The emotion was real from the opening bell, as both men knew this could be Cena's last chance at championship glory. They used everything: steel steps, chairs, tables, and even NBA star Tyrese's crutches from the ringside. The match told an incredible story, with both men hitting multiple finishers and refusing to stay down. Cena hit several attitude adjustments, including one through the announce table, while Rhodes countered with multiple crossroads. The most insane spot saw them fight under the entrance stage, with Cena appearing in Rhodes' elevator entrance and hitting another AA on the ramp. The turning point came when Rhodes exposed turnbuckle and used it to bust open Cena, showing more ruthless side. After an avalanche, Cody cut her through a table and one final crossroads, Rhodes reclaimed his undisputed WWE Championship. The emotional moment after saw Cena tell Rhodes that was the best I have for giving him a respectful embrace. I absolutely love this match. I like to give it a 4.5 star. After their embrace, Cody left the ring to Cena to absorb the moment, but that moment didn't stay for long, as it was time for the biggest surprise of them all. The Beast, Brock Lesnar, returned. Just as Cena was having his emotional moment alone in the ring, Brock Lesnar's music hit for the first time in 2 years. The crowd was stunned as the Beast returned after being away since the Vince McMahon situation. Lesnar circled the ring like a predator before delivering a devastating fight to Cena, sending a clear message that he's back ready for war. What an absolutely incredible end to the first ever two-night SummerSlam. Both nights delivered unforgettable moments, shocking returns, and championship drama that will be talked about for years to come. I hope you guys liked my breakdown of this year's SummerSlam. Please drop your comments. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends if you found it entertaining. Until next time, take care.